Wagwan Famalam, and welcome to another UFC review. I don't really know why I started off like that. Yeah, UFC Fight Night. Is it a fight night or is it on Fox? We will have to wait and see. It is a fight night, hooray! Derrick Lewis versus Travis Browne. I apologise if I don't sound the best. Last night, for anyone who can test on Facebook, I ate quite a lot. I wound up falling into a chocolate donut and ice cream induced coma, and woke up several times throughout the night to use the toilet. That was a really disgusting detail that you didn't need to know, and I don't know why I shared it, but yeah. Anyway, UFC. It's awesome, as it always is. This time we're in the Scotia Bank Centre in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, for a pretty good night fight. So I definitely prefer this card to the absolute bland terribleness that was UFC 208, so we're going to get to the fights right now. So we start off with a pretty decent fight to kick things off in the Brazilian card. Thiago Santos against Jack Marshman, who is Welsh. First ever Welsh fighter we've seen in the UFC. He did pretty decently until he just didn't. Thiago Santos was outlanding him quite a lot. And then in the second round, Thiago Santos landed a spinning back kick. Only landed a few punches, so the stoppage fell early. But to be honest, that spinning back kick hit Marshman right behind the right temple. Cut him open pretty bad because he was bleeding really badly after the fight stopped. And it was from the temple because, I remember, they were getting him up and you could see a little cut behind his right ear, so. It was a pretty nasty finish. I mean, spinning back kicks are genuinely, very flashy techniques, but they can be very gruesome when they're, it depends on how they're done. But yeah, really good showing from Santos. I hope Marshman, pardon me, like I told you, food. I hope Marshman manages to come back from this, because apparently this is not his first fight in the UFC, but it's the first fight I've seen him in, so. Or maybe I've seen him before and I just don't remember. Anyway, yeah. But really good show from Santos. If I'm right, he did get performance of the night, so well done to him. Let's move on. We go from a really good start to kind of a crappy fight now. Ayman Zahabi, who is Firas Zahabi's younger brother and trains with him at the TriStar Gym, against... Who was he against? Give me a moment. Reginaldo, sorry, because he's Portuguese, Vieira. Well, he's Brazilian, but you know what I mean. I felt like Vieira won. I felt like he did enough to win. And they gave the win to Zahabi. I'm very confused as to why. I mean, the clinch work is fairly even, but I feel like Vieira was definitely outstriking Zahabi. In terms of takedowns, Zahabi did a decent enough job, but I don't think he did enough to win. I mean, Zahabi is Canadian. He was in the Canada crowd. They're in Canada for this event. And he was booed for the decision by his hometown fans. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Vieira won. He did to me anyway. It was kind of a really bad call. And you could even see, when the ref had the fighters in the middle of the octagon when they were announcing, Zahabi looked really doubtful, but Vieira looked really confident. He had his hand raised himself. And then they announced it for Zahabi, and he looked so crushed, Vieira did. He looked so disappointed. I hope he gets a second chance. I hope this fight gets a rematch, because it needs to be solved. I was not happy with the decision that the judges made. So, yeah. Next up, we have the Cookie Monster, Carlo Esparza, one of the most adorable nicknames in the UFC, against Random Marcos, the Quiet Storm, which is a really cool name. And Marcos won! Good! I like Marcos. She doesn't win enough. Her total record now is 7-5. She got a really good split decision, and I think that was definitely the right call. I don't think it was unanimous. I did think that at first, but then I ran it a bit more through my head and thought, yeah, it was definitely a lot more even. It was a pretty good fight as well. First round, Esparza seemed to be landing a bit more, but then she went for a takedown. Ronda reversed that. Marcos, I'm just going to call her that. She reversed that into a really good crucifix position and landed some great punches. Really hard shots, which are very hard to do from that close. So she did a good job. The second round was pretty evenly paced. Near the end of the second round, though, Esparza seemed to have the advantage that she had a really good arm triangle on Marcos, but she didn't tap. She fought through. And there was like, it was sunk in there for a good 25 seconds, so she managed to tough that out for that long. That's impressive. Third round, I don't remember a whole lot of. More clinch work, more striking. Ronda won. That's the point I'm trying to make. Good. I like it. I like Ronda. Okay, I just do. She's one of my favourite female fighters, and I definitely think this could be a year where she reinvents herself, because she hasn't been doing so hot lately. But with this win, I definitely think she's recovering really well. And we ended off with a pretty decent fight. Nordine Taleb, this is the first time he's fought in like 11 months, against Santiago Hentebo, which is, which translates to nice guy, which I like. Santiago Ponzinibbio, who's really well known for being a finisher. It was a fairly close fight. Ponzinibbio won via decision. There was an okay fight. It's one I don't remember too much of. I do know that Ponzinibbio definitely had the better striking, which is weird because in the first round Taleb was landing a lot of leg kicks. I do remember seeing a welt on Ponzinibbio's left leg, around the left thigh, and it was a fairly close affair, to be honest. Then like the second round started. First round was definitely Taleb. Second round was definitely more Ponzinibbio speed. He was opening up more with his boxing combos because he's got really good boxing. Pardon me. That was from the ice cream coming back. Ugh. So, he did a really good job. He even managed to break Taleb's nose. I need a lot of tea today. Which is a very, he broke his nose, which is a very good, it's a very, very good thing if you're a UFC fighter. If you can break the other person's nose, it's a good thing. It's a surprising advantage. So, really good. Well done to Ponzinibbio. We're going to move on to the main card now. So first fight of the main card, Paul Felder, the Irish Dragon, one of my favourites, against Alessandro Ricci. I hope I'm pronouncing his surname right. And Felder won. Good. Much like with Ronda. Really good. I like it when the fighters I like win. It's always a nice thing. He won in surprising fashion as well. Like, the fight was fairly even. But Felder was managing to land more techniques. He was telegraphing his spinning a lot, which I noticed. And there was a moment where, because he fights orthodox, and obviously, that means your right side is pulled back a bit more. He was moving in and out a lot, and I remember pausing at a moment where it looked like his foot was, because of how his foot was dragging along, and if he pushed onto it, he could have broken his ankle. Not safe. Not safe. A lot of fighters, I'm pretty sure fighters have fallen and slipped because of that. Same thing might have happened to him if he hadn't won. It was over fairly quickly. There was a lot of good, English I can do. There was a lot of really good exchanges, and then Felder started getting the advantage. Then there was a moment where, near the end of it, where Ricci moved in for a punch, but Felder countered with just like a straight up elbow. Just like bosh, right across the nose. Caused Ricci to back up against the cage. Felder followed up with a left knee, which hit both, and because Ricci was blocking, it hit both of Ricci's elbows, so it kind of caused Felder to his knee. But he managed to finish some punches on the ground, and it was ended with 17 seconds left in the fight. This was a really good stoppage, probably the best stoppage on the card in my opinion. It was a really good showing from Felder. I felt like this was the exciting win that he needed, especially considering, for me personally, because the first fight I saw him in was Wayland that spinning back fist and won. In, I think it was 2016? Might have been late 2015, but yeah, really good showing from him. And Ricci, definitely needs another chance to step up. All I can say. Also, I forgot to mention, Paul Felder did get performance tonight, so yeah, that was really good. Anyway, moving on. Cedric McMahon against the newcomer named Gina Mazzani. Holy crap! This fight was over really quick, but man just straight went for a takedown, took down Mazzani, went for an arm triangle choke, got the arm triangle choke, won. By submission with an arm triangle choke, in case you didn't figure that out from the amount of times of arm triangle choke. Should I say triangle choke, arm triangle choke more? Nah. Holy shit, but even in spite of this, now there was an article I was looking up the other night because I was curious. I just typed into my phone, nice, UFC nice guys. There was a list posted by Bleacher Report, which are really, really good for that kind of thing. They do really good UFC reviews. Obviously, a lot of people have heard of that, have heard of them, have gone to their website, then they've heard of me. That's not the point I'm trying to make. They were counting down, nice guys, which was a gender-neutral term in this case, and Sarah McMahon was on the list. And she was actually being very kind, because Mazzani was undefeated up until this point, 4-0, now 4-1. And Sarah McMahon was saying very encouraging things to her, like, you're going to get a second chance, you can do better, you will do better. This was immediately after tapping her out. Well, not immediately after tapping her out, and the victory was called off. She gave her a handshake, she gave her a hug while she was still grounded, and, I think she did, I don't remember. And, yeah, once Sarah stood up, she was like, she was praising her for how brave she was and everything, and it was a very, very nice thing. I don't know. But yeah, really good showing from McMahon, really good showing of class. I love it when just people being nice is shown in the UFC. It's one of my favourite things, because as brutal a sport as it is, and as dumb as the fans can be sometimes, myself included, it's nice to see people just being respectful and kind to each other. So, really good showing from McMahon. I'm really, really just happy with how it turned out. And I do agree with her. I think Mazzani is going to get a second chance. I think she's going to shine very, very soon. So we're just going to move on before we gush any further. Next up was another really good fight. Elias Theodoro against Cesar Mutanchi Ferreira. It was a really good fight. Obviously, Elias Theodoro, also known for being a nice guy, also known for being probably the most handsome bastard in the UFC at the moment. He's very good looking and has amazing hair. I'm not confused. Sorry about that. Anyway. Whilst I try to go back to some degree of normalcy, I don't remember a whole lot of that happened there about the fight, to be honest. Theodoro did have some good clinch work, he did have some good takedowns. His kicks were really, really good. If I remember right, he was outlanding Mutanchi in terms of leg kicks. And he wound up winning by a decision. I don't remember a whole lot about the fight. All I remember is that at the weigh-ins, I think it was Theodoro or... Hang on, I'm going to have to look this up very, very quickly. I'm gonna let it shine. I don't know what I'm singing. Okay. Right, I was just checking. Yeah, Mutanchi had a birthday a couple of days ago, and at the weigh-ins, Theodoro showed up with a cake. That's just how nice he is. But Ferreira kind of took that the wrong way and got pissed off at him. Despite how nice of a guy that Theodoro is, so... But yeah, he won, which is nice. Personally, if I were against Theodoro, I would just say, I'll save the cake until after the fight. That's how I would have been. I shouldn't really be talking about cake considering the really horrible food coma I had last night, but... Ugh. Moving on. Yeah, decent fight all in all. Really well done to Elias. Next up is a newbie named Gavin Tucker against Sam. God, what is wrong with me? Against Sam Cecilia. And Gavin Tucker tore through Cecilia, like pretty much. Extending his record to 10-0. Pretty much outstriking Cecilia every opportunity, and in the third round and kind of late in the second round as well, having a lot of fun, just dancing around and smiling and being like, yeah. He was even calling his shots in the third round where he kept body kicking him. That was kind of hilarious. I don't know why I found it that funny. But yeah, like by the end of the third round, he had landed Cecilia like by a margin of 10. Cecilia had landed 3 strikes. Tucker had landed 30. That's pretty fucking insane. But Tucker did a really, really good job for being a UFC debutant, and obviously he's Canadian, debuting in Canada. Really, really good for you, apparently. Also, I forgot to mention a couple of things. Since it's Canada, for us, Harvey was in a lot of corners that night, or tonight. On the night, let's just use that. And there was a new ref named Cyril His first name was Cyril Dejarban? Dragon Ball? Anyway. He did a pretty decent job, I guess. He's an older looking referee from what I can tell. I think he might be French-Canadian. He has a really nice rose tattoo sleeve on his left arm. That's all I know. He did a decent job. I think he was the referee in this match. So, yeah. What was this match again? I've completely forgotten. Yeah, Tucker beat Cecilia by unanimous decision. It was a pretty clear win. Like, I had no doubt that he won it. So, yeah. And we're just going to move on to the co-main event before I lose any more of my sanity. So, really, really good co-main event. Johny Hendricks against Hector Lombard. And this is the first time Johny Hendricks has fought as middleweight. And holy crap, does he look good at middleweight. That's the problem with Johny Hendricks when he was a welterweight. He would walk around a lot heavier, and it was something a lot of fighters would do. Especially Anthony Johnson was like really well known for it. He would cut 50 pounds just to get to welterweight, and it would cost him a lot of his health at the time. But yeah, Johny Hendricks managed to make the weight. He came in 185.5. Hector Lombard came in underweight at 182 pounds. So I think this was a catch weight, was it? No, it wasn't. Oh, I forgot to mention that the Sarah McMahon and Gina Mazzani fight was because Mazzani came in at 139.5 pounds. 3.5 over the weight limit. Oh! Holy crap. Forgot to mention, the announcers, the commentators were, obviously, Ryan Stan. It's a fight night. He's normally on them. Not with John Anik, though. With Todd's fuck-mothering Grisham. You might remember that name because, you know, he was one of the commentators with Matt Stryker in the really, really poorly advised ECW reboot when the WWE bought it. Yeah, Todd Grisham works for the UFC now. The thing is, hearing his voice, I knew I'd heard it somewhere before, and it's been a long time since I played SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. And like seeing his face, I never really saw Grisham's face, so I didn't know how to place it. So I had to wait until like the main the prelim card is over, so I could see like the announcers like calling up the fights on the main card. And then so on the right is Brian Stone, on the left is Grisham, and I had to rewind it quickly. I was like, holy shit, it is him. So, that's a really cool moment of realization, personally. Anyway, yes. The fight itself between Hendricks and Lombard, very slow and plodding. There was a lot of clinch work, but Hendricks really showed more of his wrestling game. He did do some good striking, but it was, I don't know why I'm slapping myself in the arm. But it was mostly his wrestling that he showed off. Even when he was taken down a couple of times by Lombard, he just got back up. And it was around the third round they started trying more, so yeah, it was a really good showing from him. He won by decision, which is good. He's a fighter I like. He's a nice fellow. Wasn't on that Bleacher Report list, though. They need to fix that. Grr, I'm joking. Yeah, he did a good thing. Really well done. So we're going to move on to the main event now. And the main event was Derrick the Black Beast Lewis against Travis Hapa Browne. I don't know why I'm doing jazz hands for Travis Browne. This did get far in the night. I can see why it was fairly exciting. First round, I think, was pretty much all Travis. Despite Derrick landing some really, really good punches, it was definitely Travis's body kicks that did get the better of Lewis. Yeah, especially a front body kick he landed really early on. You could see Lewis actually holding his stomach. Travis landed a few more. One of them did actually, because he hit the hands, one of them did cause a swelling to start on his right ankle, which looks really nasty. He did a good job. I think the first round went to him, and as Derrick was walking back to his corner, he shook his head. He was like, no, you can't go down like that. Then the second round started. Derrick started opening fire. He knocked down Travis a couple of times. Then during an exchange where Travis went for something, Derrick countered with a right hand, right on the butt of poor Travis, and knocked him down. Then followed up with way too many punches. The referee was Mayor Yamasaki, who's one of the best referees, I believe. And Derrick Lewis landed like 3, 4, 5 more punches than were necessary, because Travis was not really defending himself well after he was knocked down. Like he was conscious, but he wasn't doing a lot to try and avoid getting punched in the head while he was on the ground, which is a very dangerous thing. And there was like 4 or 5 extra punches thrown after Mario Yamasaki should have stopped the fight, and he didn't. Kind of a dumb call from like a veteran ref and a really good ref at that. I just don't get it, but really, really good main event. Definitely deserving a fight of the night. There wasn't many exciting fights on this card, but it was more exciting than the UFC 208 was because, good goddamn. I know there's such phrases. Haven't heard a bit like this in ages. To miss such a beat would be outrageous. but when you skip one to beat it's ruthless and aimless. I think I got the verse right. That's the beat that I have skipped. Bum 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 buddy ba. What am I doing? Why am I still going on? Anyway, yes, all in all, really good card. I'm running out of copper. I need to fix this soon. And I'll see you all on Thursday. That should be when my Cell Dweller episode of... I forgot to mention to my YouTube fans, I probably did say this on Facebook. I have my next episode of Backtracking planned, which will be Cell Dweller. Not normally my kind of thing, but I'm going to do it anyway, because it's going to be awesome. So yeah, it should be out on Thursday. Then after that will be the next UFC review. I got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I'll see you all next time. Take care, bye-bye, and thank you for watching.